Welcome to the Inspiration Station. I'm your host, Corey Baker. Thank you guys so much for being here with me on episode number 7. This week's episode is titled Learning How to Fall. And I've been thinking about this a lot this past week because if you don't know, I've probably been skateboarding, I think, longer than I've done music. I think I started skateboarding when I was probably 10 or 11. So skateboarding has always been a really, really big part of my life, and it's kind of influenced everything that I've done since learning how to skateboard, because the beautiful thing about skateboarding is that it's really all about personal creativity and also creativity with your surroundings, because like if you go street skating, you're just skating spots in the street that like weren't meant to be skateboarded on, but if you're creative enough and look at it the right way, you know, it can be an amazing skate spot. So, and also like where I grew up, like we lived on a gravel road. So the only place I really had to skateboard was like in this one car garage, which was not much space. But again, like I wasn't really into team sports. And that was like the really cool thing about skateboarding when I was growing up, is that you didn't need other people to do it. You know, not like with baseball, you need at least 2 people. Football, same thing. Basketball. And we're, you know, like I said, where I grew up, it was in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't really have, you know, a lot of other kids to play with when my sister and I were growing up. But I really took to skateboarding because I don't know, it seemed so cool at the time, and also it was so challenging. And so I still skateboard today. And this past week, I had not some troubles, but basically last Wednesday I went to the skate park. And I don't normally do this, but I was there for about 6.5 hours skating pretty much straight, like the whole time. And within that 6.5 hours, it's had to have been at least 3.5 to 4 of those hours trying the exact same trick. And I still haven't landed it. I just went yesterday and still spent another 2 hours trying to get it. Still haven't landed it, so I'm kind of in this weird limbo stage. But I thought that this would be great to do a podcast kind of surrounding this idea of really trying something 100 million times and it not working out, and you kind of having to step back and take a moment and then go back with it. You know, either learn something new before you go back after it, or, you know, just try something a little bit different in order to land it, you know. So basically what this trick is, I'm going up a ramp onto like this box, which is kind of like a foot taller than the ramp. And that box is, you know, probably 10, 15 feet long. So basically what I'm trying to do is a kickflip 180, which is where the board flips underneath your feet, and then your body and the board do a rotation 180, and then landing into a manual, which is basically a wheelie with the back 2 wheels. But after doing this 180, basically I'm riding switch then, which is like the opposite way of that you normally ride, or that I normally ride, which is really hard to do wheelies or manuals in the switch position, because it just doesn't feel right. You're not used to like riding with that foot forward and that foot in the back. So anyways, that was the trick that I was trying over and over and over. Got so close, and through this I had a couple bad falls, but also I really, really messed up like the back of my leg. I hit my Achilles tendon. Like I basically pinched that, like kind of like if you get hit in the shin, which most skaters know, like if you can feel my right shin, and there's just like craters within it, basically like really, really bad dips and bumps and everything. So I got that in my Achilles tendon. But basically, if you don't flip the board up high enough, then it catches on that box and then just flips around and hits you right in the back of the you know, the back of your shin, basically, but like the back of your leg, like where your Achilles tendon is. So I wish I could show you guys a picture, because it's all like blue and basically black. But basically, yeah. So I kept doing this, and I got really, really frustrated the first day. Yesterday when I went, still equally as frustrated. Well, maybe not as much, maybe not frustrated as much, because I came a lot closer to getting it this time, but still didn't land it. And I did have a couple good falls, but while I was there was this kid on a scooter who he's probably 9 or 10, And, he's probably only ridden a scooter, for about a year, maybe 2. And I saw him kind of go to the other side of the skate park, and then he hit something, or I don't know, tried to do something and just fell flat. Like his face, his leg, luckily he was wearing a helmet, and the kid turned out to be fine. But it got me thinking, and one of the most important things about skateboarding is learning how to fall. It's literally learning how to not get hurt when you're trying something crazy on cement, which is dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. I've been lucky enough to never break a bone or anything. I did have one really bad fall I had a couple of really bad falls when I was younger, mostly rolling my ankles and stuff, but did have a bad fall when I was younger and had braces and basically tried to drop into a quarter pipe and fell all the way flat to the bottom on my face. And then my braces kind of punched through my lip, which was bad. But through skateboarding, you have to learn how to fall. Like I was saying, you really have to learn how to fall. And if you watch Street League on YouTube, which is the professional skateboarding kind of competition, and you see these guys fall, no one's getting super, super hurt. I mean, there's been a couple people that have sort of gotten hurt, but you really have to learn how to fall right in order not to hurt yourself. And I thought, what a great analogy for just living life and trying to do creative things, whatever it may, maybe not even creative things, but just in your work, trying to get better at things. You have to fail, especially in exercise. I think is a great example of failing, because you basically do fail with exercise, right? You're trying to work your muscles as much as you can till you can't move anymore, which through working your body to a place where you can't really move anymore, that's part of it. You know what I mean? That's building the muscle. It's that part of challenging yourself and falling the right way to be able to get up and do it again, because that's really what it's about. Because if you don't fall the right way, you're not going to be able to get back up. So, like I said, for me, skateboarding really has influenced everything that I've done since learning how to skateboard. And like I said, the trick that I was trying, I'm going to go back today. After I get all my work done for the day, I'm going to go back to the skate park, and I'm hopefully going to land this. But, sometimes you have to take a step back and go look forward, look at it a different way, or maybe try a different trick, and all this can be related to anything that you're doing in your life. A lot of times when you focus on something so hard and you keep going and going and going and going and going, and you keep not quite hitting it, then you get tired of doing the same thing, which is exactly what happened to me both times that I've been trying this trick. Once I got tired, that was when I started to really hurt myself, and that's when I started to hurt the back of my leg. And so sometimes you got to take a step back, try a different trick, and figure something out or learn something different, but like I said, just learning how to fall right. That's it. Learning how to fall so that you can get back up and continue to move forward and hopefully land your trick, whatever it is. And then once you land that trick, you're able to learn new tricks. So I hope that you're able to relate some of this to your own life, to your own, whatever it is you're going through, whatever it is you're trying to do. Appreciate you guys listening. Again, you can subscribe on iTunes. This is on SoundCloud. We put it up on YouTube too at youtube.com/KillParisPage, Paige. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.